coming into the 32-man list released by Coach Eguavoen for the double-header between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and Ghana for the Qatar 2022 playoff. And one Super Eagles legend is talking and is saying that Coach Eguavoen will have a selection headache. I don't know what you think, but I'll be very glad to know what you think regarding that. And of course, also, we'll be looking at how Coach Eguavoen is going about the Super Eagles job. Remember that he brought back Ogenyi Onazi in that 32-man list released for the upcoming game against Ghana. Now he's talking about bringing back Victor Moses, who left the Super Eagles, who retired actually from the Super Eagles in 2018 after the World Cup. He's saying that whether we like it or not, Victor Moses still has some value to offer the Super Eagles. What do you think? We would like to know what you think. Please, you can leave a comment, in that section that is made available. I welcome you to Nigeria Super Fans Forum. My name is Oluwafemi Ashaolu, and as always, Kadunda is in the studio, and is as serious as always with some of the things that are actually the latest developments as far as the Super Eagles of Nigeria and Coach Eguavoen is concerned. But quickly, before we get into discussion, let's quickly go on this very brief break. Don't forget to leave a comment for us. Let's know what you think. Do you think Eguavoen will have a selection headache? And do you think that bringing back Victor Moses will help Ogenyi Onazi going forward? Please stay with us. Welcome back, and it's still Nigeria Super Fans Forum. Kayode, once again, thanks for coming on the show.
It's always a pleasure.
Okay, when I say the Super Eagles of Nigeria, of course, we've seen the 32-man list, we've looked at it over and over again, and Super Eagles legend Victor Ekweba is saying that Eguavoen will have a selection headache ahead of that game against Ghana. But for me, I've tried to just oppose the Super Eagles team to like a Senegal team. I think, I might be wrong, but I think we have quantity and not quality. What do you think? Because saying, of course, Eguavoen we have selection headache. No, I know we have players, but the quality, is it really there?
On paper, I do not think we are just about quantity alone. If you judge by the clubs these players play for, you cannot outrightly say, of course, we are not in the same category with Senegal. In terms of pedigree, we're not in the same category with Ivory Coast in terms of pedigree, but we are not too far down the ladder. So it's not absolutely correct to say we are all about quantity and not quality. No. One thing I've always said about the Super Eagles is that it's not about it's not a question of ability, it's a question of mentality most times. Not ability. We always have the ability to do even more than we task ourselves to do. But it's about the mentality. Do we really want to do it? Are you ready to go into that tackle? Are you ready to say no? We are not considering an inch to the opposition. We are ready to, as we say, do or die. That's the problem. That's where a relatively less endowed Cameroon team, a Ghana team will always feel when they play against Nigeria that, you know what, we can take these guys. Not because they have better players, but because of the mentality. They see us as the enemy that must fall. Until and unless we start seeing our opponents the same way.
Would you say that was what played out at the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations?
No, I think that was actually an error of judgment on the part of the coach. That was what happened.
You feel the guys had the mentality?
Yeah, they did. They did. Not that they did not. But you see one thing, they are enough. You don't lose games only on the pitch. Sometimes you lose from when you are inviting players to camp. Sometimes you lose from when you are making the selection.
Okay, would you say it is kind of playing out now when we have someone like Ogenyi Onazi who has not even played for a second division?
I think it's an aberration of talking about the Ogenyi Onazi situation.
It's a reality.
It is part of
in front of us.
Yeah, it is part of what I said.
Sorry. For instance, now if one of our midfielders get injured now, certainly if you look through the standby list, Ogenyi Onazi will be maybe the next midfielder to just fill
exactly. That's why I said said, without trying to go into personal details, that's one of the ways you lose games, even before a ball is kicked, from inviting players. Because there are certain players you invite, you think, let's just invite them to make numbers. And there's a twist of fate.
And
something happens.
He doesn't know if he can still play at the top.
That's the point. That's what I'm saying. Now, for whatever, I do not pray for injuries or anything to any of our players. But what happens is injuries are part of football. So what happens if anybody gets injured in the midfield and you need to bring in somebody? You're not bringing him. You're not bringing him an Onazi that you and I and the coach himself has said he doesn't know his current form. Then what happens to the team? So that's why I said there are many areas where you can lose, many phases where you can lose the game. So when the Super Eagles now starts having a tougher mentality to games, I think we're going to, like, there are some matches that, no matter, for example, Brazil, Argentina, now no matter how poor Brazil are, you can never say Argentina will win. Fine, Argentina might get to win the game. No matter how weak Argentina are, you can never say Brazil will just win the game. Because you know that once it comes to the two of them, the forms and everything is thrown out of the window. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. No matter how poor Ghana are, when it comes to Nigeria, never say never. The same with Cameroon. Do we have the same mentality? The only time I saw that anything close to that was the Nigeria-Cameroon game during the last World Cup qualifying series in New York. Femi, if you were in New York before the game, a week, I was in New York like, I think 10 days or 8 days before the game, and I saw this Niger spirit of old. Even when you are leading Nigeria by 3-4 goals, you never say the game is over.
And we saw it in the outcome of the game.
I'm telling you, I saw it. I have a player who told me on the eve of the game when we sat at the hotel lobby and we were talking, and I said, you know what? I don't know how you do it, guy, but I am practically shitting myself in my pants. And he said, Eguavoen, don't worry. In fact, I don't know by what score line, but I assure you we are going to beat them tomorrow. I can even help you to catch your headline. Wow. It was that confident. The whole team was so confident they were going to beat. They were pumped up that they were going to beat Cameroon. And you know what? That was one of our best victories over Cameroon at any level. 4-0 in front of our own fans. It was like we won the World Cup. So that's the kind of mentality I expect to see every game. If you don't have it, you don't have it. Okay. And that's what we're lacking. Okay,
before we go on a break, let's look at the front line. Yeah. For me, I think that is where we kind of seem to have an edge over Ghana. We have Osimhen, we have Emmanuel Dennis, we have Sadiq Umar, we have Ogenyi Onazi coming in. But if you look at the midfield, if you take out Ndidi, you take out Aribo, there's nothing left. For me, as far as I'm concerned, I'm still talking about Eguavoen, saying that Eguavoen will have a selection headache. We almost on paper, we already know who's going to play in that game.
Do we?
Yeah.
Well,
you can bet that someone like Ekong, Omeru, Zaidu Sanusi, you're right, but maybe Shehu Abdullahi or Olaino. Okay. You still have Maduka Okoyenko, you have Ndidi, you have Aribo. Then, like that. I don't see anything wrong with the team that we play that played at the AFCON for us. I do not see. So if you're saying that Eguavoen is going to have selection, then it's not like we're having a Lionel Messi or
no, Femi. I think we should hold on a bit. When you talk about having selection headache, what I think Peba meant, and I'm not trying to second guess him. What I think he meant was, when this issue of, we're talking about having the luxury of putting an Ogenyi Onazi on the bench. Mm-hmm. Don't forget that the Ogenyi Onazi plays in a league where the current AFCON top scorer plays. And are you telling me that? Yes. Are you telling me that every country has the luxury of putting that kind of quality on their bench? We're talking of a country that can decide to.
So player plays inside Arabia now quality.
Well, if at the AFCON, the player who plays in Saudi Arabia...
because it is AFCON.
And I think you are being disrespectful to AFCON. And I am surprised the same you that wanted to have Jurgen Klopp's head for calling out the AFCON a small tournament. You are here saying it is the AFCON. No, excuse you. No.
England cannot have a player playing in the Saudi Arabian league.
But don't forget that this
will still come and
don't forget that this same player that you're talking about played in the English Premier League and acquitted himself creditably. What else do you want of the man?
The producer is saying we have to go on a break.
I wish we didn't have to, but I seriously am very, very angry. Now I'm beginning to get angry now.
I'm in no way trying to disrespect the African.
You just did.
It's our own World Cup in Africa.
You just did.
Let's go on this break. We'll be back to talk about Eguavoen, how he's going about the Super Eagles job. Should he invite Victor Moses back to the national team? We're talking about rebuilding, bringing in young players. Moses left the team in 2018. Eguavoen is saying, come on, Moses still has some things to offer. We'll be back to discuss that. Please stay with us. Welcome back. It's still Nigeria Super Fans Forum. Victor Moses currently plays for Sparta Moscow in Russia. He's been fantastic in this season UEFA Europa League. Unfortunately, before they got thrown out by UEFA because of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. And the Eguavoen is saying that Victor Moses still has something to offer to Super Eagles, despite retiring voluntarily from the Super Eagles in 2018. Kayode, let's look at it. We are not looking at Eguavoen. You know, we've done a lot of campaign on this show for indigenous coaches taking the Super Eagles job. Now Eguavoen is looking at bringing back Victor Moses when we already have, I would say, an additional option on that wing. Ademola Lookman is now. We have Samuel Chukwueze. We also have Victor Moses. These are players who can play on the wing. Is there any need bringing back Victor Moses to the national team? We can as well be looking at telling me Mikel Obi.
I think we are just unnecessarily stuck in the past. If you have an Ademola Lookman that you need to bring into the team, and let's see what he has to offer. You have a Simon Moses who is playing exactly where you want to put a Victor Moses now, and he's doing it very, very well. I see. The truth is, for all his accomplishments and talent, I respect Victor Moses a lot, but I don't think we should be going that deep, way back into the past. Let's face the future. It shows a sign of uncertainty, a sign of fear that we don't know what the future holds. If we have to keep going back to bring players who have retired voluntarily from the national team to say, you know what, come back and play for us. Hey, this we are talking about. And since we are talking about a Victor Moses that is not even going to be available for the playoff, you should be much more concerned about the playoff. Yes. Be much more concerned about the players you have invited. Be much more concerned about how you're going to set up your team. Be much more concerned about how you're going to scout the opposition, know their weaknesses, and try to exploit it. That's what I think we should be much more concerned about, not about whether Moses will come for the World Cup, which you have not qualified for. I do not want us to make the mistake we made in 1998 when we are already thinking about how we are going to play against Brazil. When we have not overcome Denmark in the second round, and we eventually got thumped by Denmark 4-1. So for me, I think we should be much more concerned. And it shows, like I keep saying, Femi, I think I'm beginning to sound like a broken record. It shows a lack of respect for the opposition. It shows how much we think we are holding Ghana in contempt. If you think you are not thinking about Ghana, you are thinking about the World Cup. Ghana. It shows that you think Ghana is going to be a rollover, which I assure you will not be the case. Even if Ghana, then why is he putting unnecessary pressure on himself? Even if Ghana will field 7 players against our 11, I can tell you it's not going to be easy. So why are we not taking this match with the seriousness that it deserves? Why are you talking about Victor Moses that is not going to be available now? Why are you talking about players who could come after if he's saying this after the ticket has been won, I will understand. Those are not the things, that's not the kind of soundbite I want to be hearing at this time. I want us to be talking about this. See, there should be nothing on his mind, on the mind of the coaching crew. Apart, when they sleep, wake, eat, do everything, they should be thinking Ghana, eating Ghana, sleeping Ghana, doing whatever it is they are doing now should be focused on the Ghana game. It is that important. Ghana stands between them and the World Cup. And it should be foolhardy of anybody to think, she beats Ghana. And you know what, when you say she beats Ghana, it's because of Ghana's performance at the Nations. And I tell you, Femi, I remember I said this before, let me repeat it. Mark the date. Ghana will be tougher than you expect. The Ghana you're going to see will not be the Ghana you saw at the AFCON. Femi, I see this sense of arrogance.
I can't disagree. I can't disagree with you, Kari, because I sat down. I personally did the stock of clubs where Ghanaian players play. Now, look at, they have this defender who played at Leicester City.
Yeah, Amate.
Amate is irregular in that group. Tell me one Super Eagles defender that plays as regular as that guy.
That's why I said...
You have a Thomas Partey who is a rock.
There's this boy, Idrisu. They have a lot of players, actually.
Yeah.
Possibly, maybe the Nigerian fans are not familiar with the Ghana players.
You have the guy play regularly with Moses Simon.
I understand. If the fans are not familiar with him, but not the coaching crew. And if you are part of the coaching crew, and you know the quality of opposition Ghana is going to present, even on their bad day, you shouldn't be taking it with levity. You should not be talking. The things Eguavoen is saying are things that should not be of concern to him now. There are things that should not be of concern to him. Let's face the Ghana threat. Once we overcome, you can now talk about anything under the sun you want to talk about. But for now, it is Ghana 1, Ghana 2, Ghana 3. Nothing else will matter to me.
I think Kayode is very, very spot on, because news coming from Ghana that we've been following, the Ghana Football Association, even the local stakeholders, even clubs in Ghana, they've been suggesting players they feel can help the country against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And here we are talking about life after Ghana, where we are yet to even overcome the odd call Ghana. Kayode, once again, thank you for coming on this. We just hope that the Super Eagles handlers will give 200% focus, because like Joseph Dosso said, he said we need to be 200% prepared. If Ghana is putting in 100% preparation, our own should be 200% prepared.
Absolutely.
So we just hope that the Super Eagles handler would do the needful, so that we will not be singing the sad song we sang after the game against Tunisia at the Africa Cup of Nations. Please continue to watch out for daily countdown for that game right here on Nigeria Super Fans Forum. My name is Eguavoen. Until next time, have a wonderful